this is John Patrick Hickey, and we are talking about success. What it is, what it isn't, how it applies to you, how you can use it in your life. We're not talking about success in the sense of how to make more money, how to become popular, how to get powerful, how to develop your own business. Those things are important, I'll give you that. But what we're talking about is living a successful life as a person. How to fulfill your particular purpose and to live your life successfully in all elements of life, because they include how you are as a family person, how you are as an individual, how you deal with friends, how you deal with the people around you. That how we are as a human being is so vital to truly being a successful person. We all have seen people who are grumpy and miserable and unhappy all the time. You know, one of the things that really makes me crazy at times is when I see people, especially young people, who are just unhappy all the time. There's no need for people to be unhappy all the time. There's no need for people to be miserable all the time. Now you say, well, that's easy for you to say. Everything goes right. But when you live my life and you have to deal with the people I deal with, or you have to face the problems that I have to face, you know, hey, we all have problems. We all face issues. Nobody's life is perfect. Nobody's life is easy. And I'll challenge you. The most positive, well-behaved people that there are going to face more challenges, more difficulties than the people who give in to misery and gloom than anybody else. Believe me. If you don't believe me, then go out and find people. Look at their lives. Read biographies. You know, I took maybe a little over a year ago, I decided that I was going to start reading biographies as a regular habit. So I do it before I go to bed. I'm an avid reader. I read several books at a time just because I enjoy reading so much. But I use my time just before I go to sleep to read biographies. And I've become real addicted to these. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a great deal. Some of them are, you know, it disturbs me. Some of these great people who have been so talented and have lived such horrible lives, 99% of them because of their own stupidity and selfishness or foolish behavior. I mean, it's to see people waste their lives as some of these people have is just tragic. It really is tragic. And then there are others who have fallen into misfortune and yet came out on top and came out with very successful and good lives and have helped other people and have done good deeds and have done many wonderful things. And some of them, their lives have ended early, and some they've ended tragically. But at the same time, they left a lasting influence that has lasted to this day. Now, how does that happen? How do we go and live a life that is going to really make an impact on other people? Well, it's how we treat people. And that's what makes the difference between someone leading a positive life and someone a negative life. Because you get out of life what you give. When you treat people with a positive attitude, with encouragement, with kindness, then you are going to get the same back to you. And that doesn't mean that everybody's going to smile at you and treat you kindly and think you're a wonderful person. But it does mean that you're going to be able to look at things from a more positive perspective. That you're going to be able to enjoy life from a more positive perspective. When the whole world's your enemy, it's tough. You know, it's hard to live a life like that. And we can't allow ourselves to be overtaken by such bitterness. It begins by being kind to other people, being courteous to other people. Here's something that people often forget. It's a good old thing called manners. And that's where it all starts. That's where treating people like you would like to be treated, that's where it all begins. It begins with a simple thing called manners. I'm not talking about the fork that you use while you're eating dinner, or how to put your napkin on your lap, or, you know, whether or not you say please or thank you. All of those things are important, but that's not what I'm mentioning here. Manners is just common courtesy. Just being respectful and kind to other people. Two elements, respectful and kind. That's all you need. If you treat everyone with respect, respect as a human being, whether you agree with them or you disagree with them, but you treat them with respect as a human being, and you treat them with kindness, understanding that all of us, every single one of us is going through a difficult time. We're all struggling through life. None of us has done this before. You know, you look at life, at every stage of life, we go through and we're trying to figure things out, and we struggle through and we act like, I should know this by now. Why should you know this by now? You've never done this before. You've never been this age before. You've never lived in this environment before. You've never gone through the things that you're going through at this moment before. This is all new to us. Every day is a new day. So why all of a sudden should we know all of this? It's all learning. If you treat it as a learning process and face every day like, okay, here's a brand new experience. What can I learn today? Not what should I know, but what can I learn? How can I adjust to today? What can I learn and grow from today? And then when you treat the day like that, you'd be surprised how many things open up to you, how you can enjoy the process of learning. And kindness is only understanding that every single person's going through that same thing. That we just treat people with the same kindness we'd like to be treated with. Common courtesy is just not very common. And we don't see it expressed to us very often. Surely those in leadership in our country, those who are often in the public eye most of the time, a great deal of them don't show any respect, don't show any kindness to other people. Matter of fact, they're probably the worst examples that we can look at. But yet we have to treat them with respect and kindness at the same way. If we do that, we can transform this world. Remember, to really transform things is only taking one person at a time. That's all, one person. You look at the whole world and you're going to get confused. Look at just one person, you, and things can change. And that you is going to be the topic of our next video. For Growth Center, this is John Patrick Hickey, and I do want to encourage you to always pursue your purpose and change your world.